Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Get to it, Dr. Short.
All right.
Hi, Valerie.
Everyone. Hi, Val. Never seen anyone that clear on this thing. It's good. Okay, thank you. I'd like to call to order the Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting for Tuesday, September 27th at 6 p.m. in the central office boardroom. Would like to make one announcement that thanks to Mr. Bob Brown, his maintenance crew, and Monroeville officials, Mealy Construction, we were able to dig a giant hole out there 30 feet deep to get to the sewer line break. They closed Moorside Middle School today. Announcements did go out within the last 20 minutes. That school will be open tomorrow morning. So, and again, we do have our restrooms available tonight if anyone would like to use the restroom here at the boardroom. So thank you, Bob. I know you've been at this for the last 24 hours, and it's quite an ordeal, as I was out there many times today to take a look. So we're up and running. With that, tonight's committee meeting, Buildings and Grounds, will focus on the Gateway Middle School project. We have some new updated video. We've been taking it more often, probably two to 3 weeks ago, we had some video taken by Mr. Brown and the drone footage. But at this point in time, I sent Maiko out to at least get some up-to-date views of some enclosures that have taken place over at the middle school. So, Maiko, I will defer to you at this point if you want to throw up the first couple of videos.
You want middle school, correct?
Gateway Middle School, that's correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn these lights off though so we can get a better view.
Okay.
Where's Peyton? Wanna come here and look at these?
You want to see the middle school? You want to see
Yeah,
the middle school?
this is Gateway Middle
You
School.
want to see the middle school?
This is as of today, this afternoon. Okay, Maiko, if you want to just maybe stop it right there. Bob, we're familiar with the areas that they call A, B, D, E. This is the old gymnasium, bottom right-hand corner. You will see right next to it, which is the auxiliary gymnasium that is almost entirely enclosed. There's a small hallway, regular sized hallway, that will jet out into what will be the cafeteria. In the upper left-hand column, Bob, what are they?
In the upper left-hand column, furthest left, you see the addition D, which they stocked the roof to start roofing tomorrow. So that one's ready to be roofed. The one in the center is F. They're finishing the parapet wall, so they'll move roof to roof to finish all the new work. The blue area in the top right is prepped and ready to pour tomorrow for the addition J.
Micah, if you want to roll the video around it, maybe we'll have a better angle of those areas that are adjacent to Route 48. Perfect, Micah, right there.
So
you can see those 4 different areas. Bob, go ahead.
yes, so you can see in the blue area will be poured tomorrow. The center too. We just loaded the roof today. More roofing came. They'll be roofing that. The furthest to the right is B and admin. They were waiting on a damaged piece of steel to finish that. So the roofers are going to chase those guys right around the building. They are going to be there until completion, so I'm told.
And that is a very important piece of information as far as the materials and the roofing structure itself. We were anticipating delivery of materials, and Bob may have the official names of.
Yeah, it's the high density board, which is the first piece that goes down, which is necessary. It was holding us up. Now we're moving full steam forward with that. In the center, you see two other new roof areas. The one to the left is the media center. Yes, that one. So they have knocked through that wall. It's the same thing going to happen. They're just going to move from roof to roof. If one's not ready, then we're moving to the auditorium and the old gymnasium as they're getting the other items prepared. So right now, the old roof is pretty watertight except for one area. And while they're there, they're going to tighten that up so we have no moisture coming in at all. You also see the bottom, that'd be section and area D, there's scaffolding set up all around. The bricklayers are beginning to work to lay the brick, which you can see planking, but all around that, they are stocking it now, ready to brick it. And we're going to just, again, jump from addition to addition to addition to get that all in place. Once the brickwork is up, there's metal panels that go on. So the windows will go in, the doors will go in, and they will be systematically closing this building up prior to winter.
Interior wise, painting.
There has been a lot of interior painting of all the classrooms that were ready. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 have been finished painted already, and we're installing all the ceiling grids, creating more work for the HVAC and electrical contractors to wrap up their work, which you'll see on our walkthrough, but that's what's going on inside and you can't see from these videos.
Micah may have another video that looks
Yeah,
like.
that is the auxiliary gym, which that should be totally done blocked in about the end of next week, where we can start putting the roof on that.
So what do you auxiliary gym?
It's just a secondary gym. With the number of kids that we're going to have in there, we need two gyms.
As an example, up at the high school, we have our competition gym sports complex. And on the other side of the building near the athletic field, we have an auxiliary gym.
So what is our projected completion date?
We're still planning on moving in August of
2023. 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
And what is critical, again, we've had some good weather. The contractors have really stepped up. The pace, product has become available. And the idea is to enclose everything within the next 2 months. That way they're able to get inside the building, continue work on those interior features such as the auxiliary gym, cafeteria, classrooms, hallways, terrazzo, over the next 7 to 8 months.
So,
Because we lose January and February potentially, and that's all taken into consideration.
I
I'm
didn't.
sorry, Susan, I did not hear that.
No, I said we possibly lose work for January and February, at least exterior, and all that I'm sure is taken into consideration on their planning and their dates.
Yes, that is correct. The idea is to get inside the building with everything enclosed in order to complete the work during those months.
Okay.
Tell me about the supply chain, Bob. I mean, over the last year and a half, supply chain issues occurred.
Yes.
Things were backed up. Are they starting to sort of loosen up
Yes,
now
it
and
is.
become more regular?
All across the board, and it has
Can you
been
stop and
getting
go back
better.
one, Micah?
What used
Right
to
there.
be 14 weeks is now
Right there.
down to 10 and 11.
Almost
So
normal.
it's not quite normal, but it certainly has loosened up. So that has helped a lot. And as you look there's a lot of steel on the ground, which within the next 2 weeks is to be up.
Okay, good.
And from what the architect pointed out to us at a recent meeting, you will be able to see the exterior features of the building, the four, what we call the four fingers jetting out towards 48. Not only the roofing, but also the brick. So, our taxpayers, the community will be able to see
What it's going to look like.
how the exterior will look.
The wall looks nice from 48.
Yes, that wall,
Yeah, retaining wall,
it
yeah.
was stained a little too,
Yes,
yes.
it looks very nice. I drive by sometimes and
They also had completed the final retention pond. So that is all.
Mike, are you able to get a view of that retention area?
It's actually right there.
I'm sorry, I missed it, yeah.
That gravel area.
Right there.
Yes, that was the second retention pond. So that work has all been completed.
And then in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the location of the large retention area. And when I say large,
Just slightly bigger than that.
yes, exactly. And that will be a new
Parking lot, yes.
parking area, so.
so these ponds will have fishes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Singh.
Retention pond should have fish.
Yes,
Trout.
but you're going to have a hard time casting.
Underground.
What did we base our capacity for this building to hold? We base it on our current attendance, or you speculate maybe 200 more, or how do you base the capacity for the building?
Yeah, we looked at a range, and the architect has this information of anywhere between 10 and 20% more, give or take, over projections that are done by PDE, and also local numbers is, historical what we have. So this building can easily fit over 1,500 students.
Mm-hmm. And how many do we have currently, you would say, in the fifth, sixth, seven, eight?
I would say currently right now, less than 1,000, 950 to 1,000.
Okay.
And you see the scaffolding where they will begin to brick the exterior of the outside additions facing Route 48.
The video game, doesn't it?
It does.
It does seem like
So after UPMC East, it will be the nicest looking building, huh?
Oh, I think it will be, absolutely.
We should have put a swimming pool in there.
There you go.
You might as well.
It's just trying to kill me.
Change order, right.
Change order.
For a change order.
Yeah, Mike's over there. Oh,
I missed the whole thing.
Bob's writing up his retirement paperwork right now.
Make a note, Dr. Singh wants a
Yes.
fishing pond and Ms. Delaney would like a swimming pool.
Swimming pool. So they could be one and the same.
Exactly right. Maybe we could coordinate those somehow.
But I truly believe once this complex facility is finished, not only the educational features, but also understand that it is a full-sized auditorium, which is very rare for a middle school, fully renovated. In addition, all the extracurricular opportunities our kids will have with the fields, the track, et cetera. So when it's completed, I doubt that you will have another middle school complex with the amenities that we will have here at Gateway.
See, that goes to Susan's clever question, that is, did we design enough expansion space for people who are attempting to move into the area over the next 3, 5, 10 years? When they look at this middle school, they might be attracted to come to Monroeville Pitcairn. And if they do in bulk, do we have enough capacity to absorb those? And the answer, of course, is yes.
Absolutely. And you see right there on the fields, we have our air conditioning units that will go on the individual pieces of the roof. So everything, as far as material, is in place right now, and will be.
Did we infringe upon any of the areas that we do have on those fields, or did we have to cut into any of those for construction purposes?
Not at all, not at all. The one thing that we may be taking would be another row of parking along the baseball field, but it has no impact on the size of the field or anything.
Okay.
You get a good look there of the size of the auxiliary gym compared to the regular sized gym right next to it. So in essence, there's two full competition gymnasiums. Okay, do we have any questions? It's exciting, really is. It's coming together. We have a visit set up, what did I say, October 6th, 5 o'clock. And then we'll go up for the carnival for the homecoming. So I think everyone will get a different feel once they go inside that building compared with what we saw several months ago.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next item, the baseball, softball field project update. I had Mike go fly a drone. And Mr. Ritter, I'm going to steal your thunder. I'm hitting it. Okay, quite a change from the last time that we viewed our fields up at the high school. If you notice, the baseball field, home plate, typically right here, you got Gateway Campus Boulevard, the road going up to the high school, and of course, Route 48 with the Forbes Hospital across the street. Bob, if you could quickly describe the process of what Mr. Palumbo was able to do.
What has happened so far, we have been stripping topsoil, which you've seen mountains of dirt at both locations, and we've gotten roughly 75% totally gone from that baseball area, the complex. They've graded it. They're laying it out now to start digging the ditches that holds the under subsurface retention system. So they're laying it out now to start digging all that. So we're moving quite well up there, dodging the raindrops, worked the weekend, moved a lot of the fill dirt down to this lower location. So they're working from the baseball field to the softball field and then out the door through the phys ed field.
If you could stop it right there, Micah. Bob, real quick, around 12 to 18 inches, is that how far they had to go down?
It had varied anywhere from 8 inches to over 2 foot in some areas of topsoil. It was quite a bit. They filled voids with it. So all that area, there's the two machines up there in the phys ed field. That little bit is all that's left of the topsoil that was up there. We've been able to haul that. We still got to strip the phys ed field because we weren't to do that just yet. We have to work our way through that. But they're getting ready to drop the turf off, dig the ditches, and work their way through it. So they're making some good progress.
What you will notice also are these individual poles. Now, we had removed all the chain link fencing in between those poles. The idea behind this would be to retain the poles, drop in that see-through mesh netting that will go around the perimeter of the field, and also be a part of the new existing backstop. So the poles from the backstop are still in play. We will remesh that, put a little block wall with pads around the side, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna have the padding that looks like a professional baseball stadium.
For both baseball
and softball. So
the outfield fence will run along here, drop in, drop down. Same thing with the softball. Now, if you notice, the dugouts have been removed. At the proper time, you want to explain how the dugouts will go in so it doesn't interfere with the turf being put on the field.
The softball field moves 7 feet towards Route 48. Those dugouts were kind of awkward. They've been removed. there's 2 bleacher pads to be poured. Once those are poured, those bleachers will move to those, and the dugouts will be placed appropriately along the sidelines, which we didn't have before. So they'll have new pads, new block, all of that. So as soon as he gets the concrete blocked, or I'm sorry, the concrete poured for the dugouts, we will deliver the block. So we're not working off of any turf. We want to get that stuff done prior to any turf work getting done. The less human traffic and that type of work, the better. We want to keep it all off of our new turf.
Let me ask, because I just want to understand what I'm looking at. Okay, the very large square initially, that's the baseball, the boys' baseball area.
Yes, that's what you're looking at right now, Susan.
Okay, now the girls' softball is to the left of that. Okay.
If you're at home plate, it would be to the right. Micah, if you want to go to the
Zoom out.
softball. Okay, stop right there, Micah. So Susan, if you're looking at this, right here is home plate for baseball. Over here is home plate for softball.
Okay. Now you said something about gym classes. Now, where were they supposed to be? In that same area?
This area right here will become a multi-purpose field. This was referred to as a phys ed field.
Okay.
So this area down below here will have a 100-yard all-purpose field right here.
Oh, okay. All right. And this entire area will be covered with turf?
Correct.
Okay. And additional will be the same.
Sorry, we lost you on that question.
Additional benches will be installed, or do we just going to keep the same, or we just have the same, or
Yeah, our bleachers will remain. We will add another set of bleachers over here. These bleachers will remain as well for softball.
Okay.
So you can see the amount of work that has been done.
And what's that projected completion time?
I'll say late November.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, it's not far away. We're talking 2 months.
Right, that's why I wondered. Yeah.
And the amount of work that they were able to complete in the last 3-4 weeks, good weather, they were moving.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, any questions on the fields?
Yes, sir. Okay,
Turn the lights on. Thank you, Micah, for the video.
Hayden will be down to play with the drone.
Right, I don't want you to do that.
Okay, does everyone have a copy? Leslie does.
Yes.
Yeah, yours are on the back. There you go. Okay. Provide an update
That came out of nowhere, thank you.
for our board and the viewing public of additional work, maintenance department, Mr. Brown has been able to complete. Bob, do you have this information in front of you?
yes.
Quickly, just
Yeah,
want to go
just
through this.
quickly, over the last month and a half, we had a number of items that the board looked at that we've been working on, along with the state police report from Ramsey and Dr. Shortsliff. So we've been working on multiple lists of trying to bang those things out to get them completed. We've done quite a few. Obviously, we're not through yet, and we try to list them out there. Just did put it together today. So there may be a few more items that are complete, but there's more than what even shows in the yellow there. Some of the things that we're waiting on parts or quotes getting back. But we're trying to, knock all those things out as quickly as we can. We do what we can in-house, subbing out the rest.
And we have been able to prioritize safety and security issues
That's what we've been
immediately.
attacking. There are other items that come up, but primarily that's what we're looking at. Anything that is security for the buildings, and obviously any safety aspects. We don't want anybody getting hurt on our property.
I happen to notice, I was traveling up to the high school today to meet with the Mossad Middle School staff. I saw the cutout in front of the athletic director's office for handicap accessibility. That must have been done a couple nights ago or.
We did it last Thursday.
Last Thursday, there it is, yeah. So.
Yeah, after school, we were able to get it out, get it in, and have it done. So there's a lot of coordination on some of these with school being in session. So we're working around that, that we're attacking it from all angles.
I know, Mrs. Delaney, and I got your email, and I will be responding to those questions, but I know one of them involved a poll.
Right.
With high school. Do you want to just provide an update on what's going on? And
Yeah, right now we have new fixtures on order. So as soon as they come in, they will be installed primarily during school hours, so we can open it back up for all the teams to practice after hours. So, you know, we have them on order. That's where we are with it. We have the Marlins and Learn to Swim. They're starting next week, I believe. But Marlins have been in there every night, being able to utilize it. Now, we have ordered a new diving board that was damaged in that situation when the lights fell, so that's on order. That's gonna take a little while to get here, but, you know, it's a second.
Mr. Ritter. Yes. I was surprised at the cost of a diving board.
Yes, they're very expensive.
Wow.
Maxi Flex board, they have a peculiar whip to the end. They're very advanced. It's just not like a regular plank or aluminum board. They have a particular whip to them, so they're very sophisticated. And you have to have the mounts that go with them too. They have to all work together. And slides back and forth, you have to grease and everything. So it's a very, you know, your life's in your hands. When you're up there spinning around, you have to throw it exactly where it needs to be. So all of these need to be finely tuned and finely crafted. They're worth their weight. It's
Absolutely, and just speccing the whole thing and seeing the different nuances to how they work. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
I nearly had a coronary when I got the price.
No, Mike had the defibrillator had to come out. So,
Is any of that insured?
Going back to Ramsey for a minute, I seem to remember, I can't remember the details, someone
5 years old.
Complaining about either the swipe card not working, it had something to do with daylight saving stuff.
No, there was, well, there's different ones. The front door, that was some parts.
Yeah, not the front door, this was around the side.
We are going to add one. The one, there was an issue with our, Miko is a little more knowledgeable about
Who
it.
works at the school who mentioned this a couple times, I'll see this evening, she's actually,
Okay.
anyway, I'll ask her if that's.
There's only one on this side right now.
Okay.
We're gonna add another one for them, but there was a time that, especially during the summer when people were here earlier, the time was set up and we had a technical issue with the system. We could not adjust it. So they couldn't get in before 7:30. That was the problem. And Miko was unable to adjust it. The system was down. That's all been corrected.
Okay.
Mike, there was a question about insurance with the diving board and lights.
Our deductible, 7,500.
And the board was 7,600.
7,600.
So it wasn't worth.
Yeah, and we.
Exact same
and actually,
insurance
we
I had.
saved a lot of money on the lights too, because Bob was able to get a grant to Duke County,
The rebates.
rebate from Duke County on the lights, so we did really well.
Okay, all right.
So the diving board was $7,600 with just the board.
Yes, ma'am.
And installation.
Mr. Ritter kind of explained how this is not your typical outdoor backyard swimming pool that has a diving board.
No, it's just a piece of aluminum or a piece of board. It's tapered on both ends, and it's got to have a certain design whip to it. So yes, it's a very sophisticated piece of equipment.
Even the mechanics of building it, putting it together is finely tuned.
That's installed everything.
Yeah.
And how long did the last diving board last?
25 years.
They last a long time. If it wasn't damaged, it would still be there.
No, I understand that. That might, it was,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
it's worth
They
the,
last forever. They really do.
that's,
Okay, so you see the progress that we have been making with a number of issues, and we're going to continue to work on these items, so additional items that we've been able to locate and identify.
I just want to say too, the facilities, the grounds and everything are really looking good. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you, Val. That's beautiful. We got a little child there with you.
That's why I can't come.
see, I brought mine. Peyton could have
That's
babysat.
They won't give me a car seat yet.
He's not allowed out.
And again, as we continue to evolve and finish these projects, I think everyone will be proud of not only what we have to offer, how they look, but everything associated with them.
Yeah, everything is amazing. By chance, did Tim Little get back to you?
Tim Little has not. We provided him information from the fence at Ramsey.
Red Rock fence.
Yes, Red Rock fence, the price, and the ball's in their court, and we're waiting to hear back.
Okay.
How long has that been? Just this week or?
2 weeks.
I'm so, that's.
You were with me that day. I sent it over. 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks,
Mhm.
not any longer.
Yeah, Val, Ms. Warning, are you there? I see you. If you don't mind, if you want to reach out to Mr. Little or council to see, okay, we provided us drawings.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, see what they have to say.
Okay.
Okay, do we have any other questions?
Thank you.
Hopefully that provides our viewers, our board with an update on the progress, and it's been a lot of progress. Yeah, we're excited. We're getting things done, and we can't wait for the outcome. So with that, Mr. Bova, we will adjourn the meeting.
Nice. Where's my gavel?
Hit the gavel.
Gavel.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.